It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And front and center is Sam Laporta, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Lions and the Jaguars, next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new, and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And Goff going to look to throw right away. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 107 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Gibbs straight ahead. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. In motion right, one of the tight ends. Just beating the play clock is Goff. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, Goff. Complete to right. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receiver.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception bug. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Jones. That's to the sideline and incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots. Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The home team's offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. The tight end in motion right. To throw is Goff. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And shedding through the tackle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Goff now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Lions at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
After gain of 5, brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. A toss out right to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now it's gone. That's complete to Laporta. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Throwing, Jones. A short throw there to Strange. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
It's the game of 5. Brings up second down 5. At the Lions' 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. They'll look to throw again. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 11. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances, and he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Play action. It's Goff. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
A short throw there to Strange. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Etienne up the middle.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
From the gun, Bigsby.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Now a second and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Looking to throw. Jones.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patrick. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Goff throwing again.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And out of bounds all the way down to the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool him.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright, his first touchdown on the year. Lions have taken the lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. Inside the 10.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Josiah DeGuara.
73 yards.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. This to Laporta, right side.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. There's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff now looking to throw.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Goff now looks to throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
In motion right, that's Williams.
Again, Goff. It's caught on the right side. Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Eagles had run off 9 straight wins to start the year, but a 10th was not in the cards as they fall for the first time.
thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now Jones.
And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing Jones.
Open man is Duvernay.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Operating from the gun. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Thomas brings it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
On the option right, it's Jones.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Back to the ground with ETN.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Goff. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Play action. It's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Thomas goes in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
That's taken in by Duvernay. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Hines-Allen. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Etienne.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards that time for number 14. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
First down, Jaguars.
Off the option, here's Etienne.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Reynolds. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, and this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
He'll get this one to Patrick. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Goff now looking to throw.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Here's Goff.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Off play action. Here's Goff. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about